Welcome, and this is Dee Tollickson. I have been quiet online, haven't had much to share with you lately because it's been the holidays. There's not a whole lot of projects going on or activities popping in, so I have been just working in my office and sending out Christmas cards and doing holiday stuff. So I thought I would stop in today with a quick Slimline card, a card I made a few weeks ago. Now it's been quite a few weeks ago, but it's not a holiday card, and I just thought maybe you would enjoy seeing something a little different that we haven't done together and that is kind of all the rage. So I have some Slimline cards I can share and one that we'll make together. So I'm going to turn the camera now. If you if you want to look away because it makes you dizzy when the camera goes, then hi Jan, I see you there. I see your question. No, it's not a rerun. It is, today is I think the 28th, maybe 29th of December. I don't know anymore. It is Monday morning and I am doing a live just for the fun of it. So hold on, I'm going to turn the camera. Oh, that's the ceiling. There we go. And the lamp. All right. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. So these are a few of the cards. I get together every month with my sidelines, other demonstrators who are in the area and who are, we all need a little support in our business. We just like to share ideas and have friends in the business that can give us, we can bounce ideas off of and we can share ideas with. So this particular month, I think this was November, might have been October, but probably November, we decided to do Slimline cards. So we started with the measurement of the card itself ends up being 8.5 by 3.5. So you start with your 8.5 inch paper and cut it down to 7 and score it at 3.5. And that gives you this nice big Slimline card. And they fit into business size envelopes, so you don't have to buy anything special. You can make your own envelopes. You can buy envelopes. You can buy envelopes any old size you want. But we decided to go with these because they will fit in a business size card, a business size envelope, and they start out at 8.5. So that's the size paper comes in is 8.5. And then, trim it down to 7. And give it that score at 3.5, and simple. So we had some cute ones with this little zebra for the happy birthday. She's so darling. We did fussy cut it, which is, if you're only making one card, it's not a big deal. And then all of these stripes we made, they're all strips of black paper just glued onto the white. So just have to kind of maintain your diagonal, which I got a little bit off here. You can see it's wide and thin, but it doesn't hurt the card at all. It just shows that you are a person and not a machine, and that it is a handmade card. So I really love the little zebra. He's super cute. This one is obviously a holiday card and nice and masculine. We did it's not two-step. It's not, I don't know, what is it? Stamping off. We did stamping off. So you ink up your stamp it at full strength, and then stamp again at remaining ink, whatever's remaining, and then a beautiful die cut and a beautiful sample of Designer Series paper over the metallic paper. This is one of those sets that we come out every couple of years with, like a gaming set, a set of stamps that goes with chess and checkers and cards and dice, and this is a really nice design to go with those kind of soft edged stamps, and they're not real solid. They don't need to be colored. They're just beautiful. And my friend Sue Michelati, she will always take the card to the next level. So we've got the it came out for Halloween, but it's such a beautiful ribbon. It's just like spider webs, but it is retiring. It might even be sold out, but it's just beautiful ribbon. If you've got it in your stash, don't hold it for Halloween. It's beautiful on everything. And then she used the silver metallic paper, and these are the cheerful little faces from that Cute Fruit. It's called Cute Fruit stamp set, and she's used them on a couple different things, and they just make me smile. They're so cute. And then rhinestones on top of it, and you know, our embossing folders are not this long, and she said all she did was emboss it and then put it through again and emboss the rest of it, and you can't see a fold or a seam or anything here anywhere. So stretch your supplies and don't be afraid to use them in a way they weren't necessarily intended. Another Christmas one with a lot of bling on it. This one's got baker's twine with silver thread through it, which really brightens up this card. It's the kind of card where you could actually go in and put a photograph in there and write a little note. It's nice. It's just a very useful card, even though it's a holiday greeting, right? It can be useful too. And then this one was mine. I did not go with the holiday theme, and I did a nice big latte card, holiday card. And this one also does that stamp and stamp off technique. And this is a holiday stamp set. It is from Warm Hugs. This probably got a lot of glare on it, sorry. But Warm Hugs is one of those that I love. It's got all these little simple circles that you can use your punches, use your dies, and all these fun things fit in them, but they can be used without the specific design that they were made for. And I'll tell you what, this Happy Christmas, I use this every single week in November and December. So on this card, I like you a latte, and I used the little cup, and I used this little cup insert on just the one that is on the label. So I didn't have to mess with it 30 times, just one time. So we're gonna make this one this morning, and I have used soft suede and crumb cake colors on this card to create it, and I have one little card kit left, so that's the one. We're gonna pull this out, put the Warm Hugs away. Well, it's not really away, but it's out of the way. Oh, and look, this is how I made the kit for my co-stampers for my sidelines, and I had already prepped that little mug for them, so that's going to save us some work this morning. So again, the card, this is thick Whisper White. You really would not want the thin. And yes, I don't know if you've read it or not, but thick Whisper White is retiring. This is sold out, long gone, but we will be having Basic White join our product line, hopefully very soon. So save a spot in your office, in your workplace, in your little Stampin' world for Basic White. This is Early Espresso. Oh, and I knew it. Every single time I sit down to do a live demo, my adhesive runs out, and I have to reload it. It's just a weird thing. Like I've been up here stamping every day, all the time. When does it go out? When I'm live. It's really putting up a fight. Whew. My husband just closed my office door because the dog was barking. And he's probably on the phone, and it got like 100 degrees in here. Boom. Alrighty, there we go. That's a little intermission for those of you who don't know how to reload your tape runner. There we go. Okay. So that's the Early Espresso going on to the Whisper White. Ta-da. I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to work on our focal point here. So what I've done is I have the dark ink, and I have the light ink and the stamp, and then I have the sentiment. So these are all the things I need. So I'm going to do the sentiment in the dark ink. It's going on a little circle, so it doesn't really matter how you line it up. It just needs to all be on the circle. Typically I would stamp first and then die cut or punch, but today, there it is, already cut, so ta-da, we're going to stamp right on it. And that's going to go on here, and that we'll do in a little bit. But we're going to try and do our little cups, our little mugs. Can you see this over here? So it doesn't have to match this, of course. And you guys have made cards with me before. You know I'm not a big, I don't really fuss about things matching. So I'm going to start like in this bottom corner and then go give it a second one. Then go on a diagonal here. Ooh, that didn't look like it got very much. Oh, I don't need this light one at all. This is Stampin' second generation. It's all dark. I am kind of looking at my original just because of the layout. I want to have them kind of heavily represented down here and then going up the side, but I don't need to cover my whole card. I don't want a whole bunch of them, little mugs. I want just to kind of have them over here on the side. So, did everybody have a good holiday? We just went a little against all the rules and visited my mother in Crestwood. So she's like an hour away, and it's not unusual that I spend time with her. I do go and see her. She doesn't see hardly anyone else, so I don't feel like I need to worry too much about being COVID careful. You know, she's home and she's not seeing hardly anybody else. So I'm home and I'm not seeing hardly anyone else. And so we felt like it was pretty safe to get together. Now, I did have nieces and nephews there, and we just kept everybody at arm's length, you know, don't come near me. And we did wear masks occasionally when we were a little bit closer together, but generally speaking, we just kept our distance. All right, so I'm going to put a dimensional on my little mug. And put my sentiment onto my pre-cut gold shape. I don't know what that shape is, kind of like a stop sign there. Offsetting it. And then this is going to go onto my sentiment and try to get it on there upright. And it looks like I have two different kinds of ribbon on my card, which are not in my little envelope. So we're going to just take some of the gold. I don't see the brown. I don't think I have any more of that. So we're going to just take the gold, give it a little fold, and back to the dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. And we'll use those to hold our ribbon in place. So I want, what do I want to happen here? I want this little piece to stick out to the side. Maybe not that much. And then this piece to stick out with it. All right, so there's no dimensional to hold this side, so one more dimensional in here to hold this piece. Let's see. There we go. So they just kind of stick on onto the dimensionals on the back, and even though they're not incredibly sticky when you feel them with your fingers. They do a great job of holding the ribbon in place, holding the sentiment onto the card. And then I'm going to put it, figure out where I want it on here. And then this piece gets adhesive only where there is, how do I say that? Like the glue will show through to the front. So if I put glue here, I would see it from the front. So I only want to put it behind where the gold piece or where the ribbons are. So I might give it a little run out here just to make sure it's got plenty of spots to stick. Vellum is beautiful, but it does put up a little resistance. It's smooth. It wants to resist the adhesive. So there we go. Put that on there. Put a bunch of adhesive on the back of this nice crumb cake panel and adhere it to our early espresso panel. And you guys, did you see my brain stop when I almost glued it on here going backwards the wrong way? So I couldn't talk. I had to stop talking. All right, there we go. Super duper. Very easy, very cute. Good one to send to somebody who is just unable to visit because of COVID, right? We can just write them a little note, send them a little picture, whatever you want. Inside, I like you a latte. It is the end of December, which means our catalog, our holiday catalog is ending. If you need a January to June catalog, if you need a celebration sale catalog, I would love to hear from you. I will deliver or pop it in the mail. Just leave a comment here on the video and I will be happy to forward you a catalog. And if you are in the Crestwood area, I can leave them for you at the library. I'll be dropping off. I will be leaving the card packets with my mom when I see her on New Year's Day. So then she will drop them off at the library the next day that they are open and they'll be available for pickup. And then I'll be on the library website with a live to show you how to put them together. And they're coming together really well. Here, I have one up here that I can show you. It's got this silly little donkey and a balloon for a birthday card. So there'll be 4 cards at the library for the January card class. And I can't wait to see you online, live on Facebook. Tell your friends and tell the librarian that you love the class. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anybody watching, I'm so glad that you popped in and had a little crafting time with me today. Have a happy New Year's, and we'll see you in the near future.